Yeah, right. Could have been. That'd have been like a 2-hour bullshit.
2-hour bullshit.
That was good. You guys just missed a great podcast that we did. We've got all these other podcast shows that we do. We just don't have a channel for them yet.
I'm afraid that if we actually tried to speak real on this show, people would be like
about non-video games.
About non-video games, they would be terrified, or they'd be like, we need to take these guys out immediately.
Where are they at?
They
All right, so this is Wollie Mopped episode number 51, or is it 52? I can't remember. 51 or 52. It's one of those.
52, I think.
I think it's 52. And we have some milestones today to talk about. I think I should go first.
I beat a Metal Gear.
And I beat Dragon Age 2.
There we go. You're a little bit late to the game.
I'm a little bit late to the game.
I'm on time.
Yeah.
Punctual.
Well, let's just go into Dragon Age 2 real quick. Mm-hmm. So I beat Dragon Age 2. I put 156 hours into the game. I'm pretty sure that most of that is not actual gameplay time. I think I fell asleep a couple times with the controller in my hand, most likely. But the reason I was playing Dragon Age 2 is because I started playing it a while ago, and then Dragon Age Inquisition came out, and I was like, shit, I really want to play Dragon Age Inquisition, but kind of like that, you don't want to see the sequel. Like, there's no way I'm going back to playing Dragon Age 1. Like, I'm not playing.
Like, no.
That's just not going to happen. It's too Baldur's Gate for me. I just can't do it.
Right.
It's really, really MMO-ish. Can't do it. But Dragon Age 2, the combat was elevated a little bit and taken away. Like, in Dragon Age 1, you could do all these, like, customizations. Like, you could change the armor and everything of your whole team and party. You really customize it. You can do the top-down view. It's pause the action, and you can do all this stuff in Dragon Age 2, but it's more streamlined, should I say. So the action is like, if you're like a mage, like you do all these kung fu moves with like the wand, and you're like, yeah, and they do all these like little poses and stuff like that, which is really cool actually. And like you actually in Dragon Age 2, when you press a button, something happens. So that was like the biggest thing. Like in Dragon Age 1, you would just hold a button and you would do stuff. And
it would just be like, attack,
yeah,
attack,
magic.
It was like, I'm like, if I'm playing an MMO, I'd rather play an MMO.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Give me an MMO.
And I didn't know what an MMO was when I first started playing Dragon Age. Like, I knew what an MMO was, but not in the sense of World of Warcraft. You know what I mean? So it was very foreign to me. You know, I had just got into RPGs, to tell you the truth, not too long ago. Like traditional RPGs, turn-based RPGs.
I can partially understand. I was in RPGs a little bit.
Well, you know, like for a while, RPGs were the only thing to play. Like they were RPGs and side-scrolling games were everywhere.
Unless you were super American, then it was only.
There was no first-person shooter back then. There was you had the only person.
What year are you talking about then?
I'm talking like 97, 95.
You had around that time. You had a Doom and
on PC, not on console.
Oh, on console.
You didn't have.
Oh no. I think around 95, 97, you had Doom on N64 or N64. Fuck. On Super Nintendo.
But by that time,
Sega 32X. I'm sorry, I had to say. You can't say 32X anyway, but 32X.
But it was the exception, not the rule, as it is right now. Like the games, you had side-scrolling games, you had RPGs, and you had movie tie-in games like the Batman beat 'em ups. You had 500. The beat 'em ups used to be
side-scrolling beat 'em ups.
Side-scrolling beat 'em ups.
Brawlers.
Side-scrolling beat 'em ups were back then how shooters are right now.
Yeah, it was
Comic Zone.
Comic Zone.
Love it.
Fist of
Battletoads. Double
Streets
Dragon.
of Rage.
Streets of Rage. 1 through like 5.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Batman, which was like Streets of Rage. Like it was a Vector Man. I mean, we can go.
Vector Man was a side scroller.
Vector Man was side scrolling.
Shooter.
It was Metroidvania, but it was still a side scroll. I mean, you had different kind of guns. It was a shooter, but it was a side scroll. It
was a side scroll. It was a platformer. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a platformer.
But as good as like this platform.
Oh wait. Do you think some of these people know what Vector Man is?
I hope so.
Or Sega Genesis?
I hope so. I mean,
so, I'm not trying to
one of the first games with booster packs.
But I'm pretty sure there's a few of you there that might be like
the original Strider.
Yeah, what original? We're not talking about Strider Hero U for the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. We're talking about like old school Sega Genesis Strider.
Shinobi. I really can go on and on about side scrolling beat 'em ups. I mean, it's the reason why I like the type of games that I like right now. Ninja Gaiden 1 through 3, the hardest fucking games in the world.
Devil May Cry.
Yeah. So, anyways, like so like I was saying, like I really got into Dragon Age 2 because the combat was good, and you could do these things where your characters have tendencies. Like you could do, like whenever a match starts, if 2 or more people are gathered together, you can have them cast a spell. You can have them like you can just basically you can control everybody in your party, but you cannot you can only control one person. And everybody can do their own thing that you tell them to do. So I thought that was cool. Played the game in these bland ass areas. Like I'm not too big on. I mean I'm big on graphics, but like not to the point where if the game's good, game's just good. But there's literally 5 places that you go back to for 156 hours. And the dungeons are just like the same dungeons. Like not even they're the same places. So it suffers
from Metroid syndrome.
Yes. You just reuse the same shit over and over and again. I mean, the stories are good.
Backtracking and more backtracking.
I mean, it's not even backtracking. They make it a new. They want you to think it's like a new cave, but it's the same exact cave.
Backtracking the game. Backtracking 2. Even more backtracking.
And not even in a good Zelda way, like in a bad, like like you said. So, anyways, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. You do some pretty horrific shit in this game. I mean, your life is shitty. Your sister dies. Your brother dies.
Jesus Christ! Do you have any living relatives?
Listen. Your sister dies. You're running from the Blight, which is like this. Demons have opened up a hole in the earth and they're killing everybody in this place. So you're running from this place called Ferelden, from the Blight. You meet this dragon lady that you help out, whatever the case is. She gives you whatever. So your brother dies first. Then my sister died in this place called the Deep Roads. She was helping me. She was a sorcerer. And she died in the Deep Roads. We were trying to hunt this, whatever the case is. She dies. Then I become like the hero of Kirkwall, which is the city I'm in. And
will it always be that city or
yeah?
Okay, so it's literally like Mass Effect. You can make decisions that kind of govern whether you're either a extreme saint or the most evilest dickish person you can be.
But even this game is a little bit more lazy than Mass Effect in the sense that like Mass Effect you actually saw like your bad intentions. Now don't get me wrong, you can like have sex with different people if you do different things. If you're like more thiefly or whatever cases, you can like be more. But you're always the hero of Kirkwall no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So in that case, it's a little bit lazy, but it works. So anyways, right? Your mother gets kidnapped by this like Jack the Ripper guy, and he's been piecing bits and pieces of other women together, and takes your mother's head and sews it to this other body. And then kind of makes her like come alive through magic, and she's kind of like zombie your mother, and you have to pity kill her.
The fuck is this?
Like I said, you do some of the most fucked up, horrible, horrifying things in this game, like that you just go holy shit. But I mean, like the graphics are even for 360 and PS3 are pretty not that great. The cities are bland. There's a day-night cycle. There's not even a cycle. You just pick it and you go there. The running is pretty bad. I mean, the only thing that's really good about it is the combat's pretty solid. The story is pretty. The actual story itself, the side missions and getting to know your party, like Varric, who's like this gambling dwarf, whatever, like that, who you have to kill his brother because he becomes possessed by this other thing. Like. There's a lot of death, a lot of pirate, a lot of sex, whatever cases. You get to fuck a couple people. But the end of the game is probably it's one of the worst. So like I said, the end of the game, and I know you're not going to play this, so I'm just going to spoil it for you right now. If you guys are thinking about going back and playing Dragon Age 2 anytime soon, not just going to Inquisition, which I would highly suggest you would, unless you want to know a lot about the lore and really understand what's going on. Like when you get into Dragon Age Inquisition, like which I do. The only reason I'm happy I played the game is because I really understand what's going on in Dragon Age 3 Inquisition, and the fact that I got to jump directly into Dragon Age Inquisition was good. Because if I did not, that might have sullied the game for me so much that I probably couldn't have went back to it because of the ending. So at the end of the game, right, they want you to pick. Tensions have been brewing between mages and knights the whole time. And whereas Dragon Age 3 and the first Dragon Age is like spanning this entire huge map, this giant city, these 2 different continents. You're just in Kirkwall, this little tiny city, and you're trying to stay safe from the blight, right? So tensions have been building up for years with the sorcerers, who are the mages, and the knights, who are the Templars. So sorcerers do some pretty fucked up shit, and they become demons and everything, and mages kind of do some fucked up shit by killing people and just like pretty much treating mages like shit. And like your sister was a mage, so you kind of have that thing, but then like you still have like Templars who like are shitty too and everything. So there's no right side. Everybody's shitty.
Jesus, okay.
So listen, right? The end of the game. This is the spoiler, right? The end of the game. You pick a side. I picked the major side because I was like, damn, they're gonna get their ass handed to them. So I'm gonna be on the major side. But it doesn't really matter whose side you pick because you still end up having to fight the mage boss and the Templar boss. So the mage boss says we're never gonna win this shit. Gets all these demons in him and becomes this blah. So you kill him, right? Mm-hmm. Which is hard as fuck. Then you fight the knight lady, the head of the knights, and she's got this fucking lyrium, which is like this like possessed like metal or whatever the case is that gives her powers. So you're fighting her ass, and she has like these big ass fucking 20-foot statues coming to fight you, and then you finally kill her, right? And then at the end of the game, after you kill her, you walk away, and knights don't bother you, and the mages that left don't bother you, but it's a full-out war on now, right? The whole time, Varric, who is this dwarf dude, has been telling the story the whole time. So it's from a narrative as where they caught him, and they wanted him to tell him where the hero of Kirkwall were, which is you. And he's telling the story, and you're playing the game while he's telling the story.
Right.
And that's how they frame it. At the end of the story, the lady goes, so where's the hero? He's like, why do you want to know what the hero is? Because we want to help. And then he's like, well, in that case, I really wish I could tell you where he was. Game over. I'm sorry. She walks outside. Game over.
Okay.
But like I said, as soon as I turned on,
because I'm hearing this like secondhand.
Yeah.
I haven't actually experienced the game.
That's the story.
I'm reserving my like feelings of like what the fuck was that shit.
Yeah. Like everything.
I maybe if I experience it myself, things might be different.
Not
maybe
really.
you made fucked up decisions in the game.
Could be possible, but I mean, I don't think it mattered what decision you actually made. Like, there's no way to save her. I made the best decisions because nobody in my party left me. You can do decisions in the game where people in your party leave your party and never come back throughout the whole game.
Kind of like a Mass Effect with
exactly
with the suicide mission.
Yeah,
you fuck up.
People can die.
You fuck up one decision.
Like half your people die.
I don't need to fucking take care of your like side bullshit.
I'll come back and do it after this. I'll do it after this mission and that person dies.
Yeah, and you're just like,
oh, I loved her.
Well,
yeah, and you're sad. But yeah, so it's kind of like that in a way. And like, as soon as I turned on Dragon Age Inquisition, from playing Dragon Age 2. I mean, the graphics are better, the combat's better, the story's better, it's more interesting. Like, it's just everything was just immediately better. But I have a better context now of what's going on. And you know, you can ask about things and find out what it is, but I've already had 100+ hours in this world, so I already know what's going on, and I get like little jokes and everything. And I will say this: Dragon Age 2 is a lot more adult than Dragon Age 1 was, from what I've seen. And I played Dragon Age 1 for like a day, and then I was like, can't do it. And I'm really, really, really enjoying Dragon Age 2. It looks, the graphics is like very Witcher-like.
Right.
The combat's still very good, and the graphics just make everything look better. It's running on the, I think the Crytek engine maybe? Or not the Crytek engine,
it can't be Crytek.
What does Battlefield run on?
That's the Frostbite.
Frostbite?
Frostbite
2.0
should be.
Yeah.
For Dragon Age
Inquisition.
Inquisition, yeah, that'd be
Frostbite. So everything looks good, looks crisp. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself so much that it almost makes me forget about the disaster that was Dragon Age 2. I mean, now the characters in Dragon Age 2 were very memorable,
but
the actual story in the game, like it just was no purpose to it. Like remember the dragon lady I told you that I met in the beginning of the game? I never fucking saw her again, except like she was supposed to do something for me, I never fucking saw her again. I thought she was gonna be. You fight one dragon in Dragon Age 2. I'm 2 hours into Dragon Inquisition. I've already got killed by a dragon. Like, and I ran the other way. Like, I'm not fucking with.
They don't fuck then.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were on a budget. It wasn't the same team, but like I said, the things that are good in Dragon Age 2 are good, but you gotta. It's the story's really good in Dragon Age 2. The story with your characters, but the actual overarching story is fucking horrific. I would not. If you really want to go back and get the story, and it is worth it for context of the lore, if you really want to get into what Dragon Age is as a whole, I would say go back and play it. Maybe don't play it a long time. Just know that a war happens at the end. I mean, you'll fall in love with Varric because everybody loves Varric. He's like the wisecracking.
He's that guy.
Yeah, he's basically that guy. But it's not a lot of characters, not a lot of places, not a lot of enemies. It's just really tight knit community in Kirkwall. It's like a city. You pretty much know everywhere you can go, But I basically felt like I wasted my time at the end when he goes, "Yeah, well, if I knew where the hero was, I really wish I did, because then I would tell you."
That makes me.
And that was Dragon Age 2, guys. All right, in our next topic, keeping up with the theme of the show, Will, you beat a game that I didn't think you were going to beat until a couple months from now, to tell you the truth.
I went ham. I went ham on that game for friggin'.
We were talking about, of course, the Metal Gear.
Metal Gear: The Phantom Pain.
Does the title make sense now that the game's over?
I'm pretty sure like this. In true Kojima fashion, they kind of sort of saturate it with the idea of the Phantom Pain and what it is, especially starting near in the end. It has its own gameplay style, but it feels heavily like Metal Gear. Like, it still feels like Metal Gear regardless.
Yeah.
I love how it, like I've said before, I think I've said this before on the show, talking about it before, it seamlessly goes from, like, stealth to, to, like active combat.
And back to stealth.
Yeah, and back, well, it takes a little bit more to get back to stealth, but you can go back to stealth and stuff. And people being a little bit on alert, but,
Yeah.
There's 2 chapters in the game. First chapter kind of ends with a big, like, what the fuck? Like, when the first chapter ended, I was like,
pushing it.
I was like, did I fucking beat the game? No, I said because the way that they have this, the way that they have the story set up is episodic. So each mission is
kind of like Max Payne or something like that. Alan Wake-ish.
Kind of like more like Alan Wake.
Okay.
So each mission technically is like a small portion, like a subchapter of the chapter.
Okay.
And when you get to the last chapter, the last subchapter of the chapter, like, you get like credits, and I'm not talking about like it's like that every mission you get credits, but this one you get credits, and I was like, I fucking beat the game. What the fuck is this? Just like, what? Like. And I've seen a lot of reviews talking about how the ending was kind of like lackluster or yada yada yada.
So you're thinking to yourself like, oh god, like this was it?
And it was like,
this can't be it.
Then it's like chapter 2, like to be continued, and it like shows like the teaser for chapter 2. I was like, oh, okay.
That's a good mechanic. Well, What's Call's doing that? Going to be doing that?
Quantum Break.
Yeah.
But the thing about chapter 2 was, there was a couple missions in the beginning of chapter 2 that were
how many chapters altogether?
50. And that's not including side chapter, the side ops, and there are side ops that are actually tied to the story.
Wow. So
you have to play those to continue the story.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Including the absolute last mission is a side ops. Not the last story mission that kind of like ties everything together is a regular mission.
Okay.
But the last like mission for the story totally is a side op.
And is that a chapter, or is that in the last chapter?
No, it's a side op. It's literally a side op. So
after all the chapters are done, you have side op.
It's a side op that you go to handle some stuff, and then it transitions into the mission that is the final mission. So the second chapter has a couple missions in the beginning that are story based, and then the rest of them are it's more scattered. The regular story missions are scattered in between missions that are just missions that you've played before on like higher difficulties. So it's like an extreme version of like a boss fight that you did before.
They're like really getting you prepared.
Yeah. So no, essentially, no, not even prepared for anything. It's just like, here's the same mission as you played before. That's they have the two of them are extreme and total stealth. Total stealth is if you get spotted once, mission over.
Delicious.
Yeah, and then the other one, extreme, is depending on the enemy that sees you or whatnot. Because a lot of the extreme ones are boss fights.
Yeah.
You get shot once, you're dead. So those are fun.
Whoa.
But yeah, it is literally like boom, dead, restart from checkpoint, or missions or total mission restart.
I hate those.
So
Splinter Cell days.
A lot of those actually I S ranked those too.
Really?
So, yeah, because most of those are boss fights. I S ranked those, and I S ranked I played 2 of the total stealth missions, and I think I S ranked both of those as well. But what usually with extreme, there's no reflex mode. Reflex mode is when someone spots you, everything slows down, and you can take them out before they
alert anybody
else. Yeah. You also can't use like certain like special items that would like help you out and stuff like that. But anywho, the game itself is like really, really good. Then you get to the ending. Okay. First, before I get to the ending, I want to say Quiet is fucking adorable. I can't express the amount of adorableness that Quiet is. A lot of people, when they will see this, they see Quiet in her like bikini, and she's got the fishnets, which are more like pants.
The sniper rifle,
and everything like that. And they see her and they automatically think sex symbol, unless you play the game. If you don't play the game, you just be like, oh no, they're just like whatever. Like a lot of people will say is like, oh, they're just like sexualizing her. The people that are on your mother base are fucking terrified of her. Literally, they are terrified of what she is for what she does. They don't know what she is, so they're scared because of the thing that she does.
Yeah.
And there's no real like sexual tension between really anybody except for maybe, and I'll use this even extremely loosely, maybe her and Big Boss.
Okay.
And the only time I said the one, there's a scene where there's 2 scenes. I couldn't unlock one of the scenes, but I'll probably do it later. But there's the scene that I did unlock is her when you come back to Mother Base when it's raining.
Yeah.
She'll open up the door of the helicopter that you're in, look around, and she looks like a kid, like, it's raining, oh my god. And she jumps out of the helicopter, and she kind of gently floats to the ground,
like really floating mechanic.
Yeah. No, just gently floats to the ground. And then she starts playing in the rain. Like she takes off the pants thing, the fishnet things that she has on, and she takes off her boots, and she just starts playing in the rain like a kid. And it's like, it is so fucking cute and so fucking adorable. It is ridiculous. And then after she's playing for a while, Big Boss will come up, and he like sees her, and then she kind of like looks at him, and she starts like splashing him with water, and then he's like you splash him with water, and then he starts splashing her with water, and then they stop for a second, and they look like deeply into each other's eyes, kind of like somewhat passionately, but it's still a little bit like, it's not like too forced or anything like that.
Has that respect.
Yeah.
Anime thing.
Then she kind of like shyly like backs away from him and disappears. Like she has the ability where she can like kind of like cloak herself, I guess you can say. It's like a natural cloak. So she disappears. So he kind of like looks. He picks up her boots. He dumps the water out of the boots, and he holds them. And you see the boots levitate out of his hands. It's her, and she kind of sort of like reforms back in front of him, looks at him, and like kind of not really like smiles, but she like acknowledges it, and then she turns around, walks away, and then goes back to where she's at. That's the only time I was actually like, okay, maybe you can kind of misconstrue that as like sexual or anything, but even then, it's still not. They're having fun. Like she's like a fucking kid, and it's so cute. It's like
murder kid.
It's murder kid. Yeah, she's so cute. But Quiet is awesome, and I've seen one Let's Play video of Stephanie Houston, who does the voice acting, motion capture, and face capture for Quiet, and seeing her play herself, and she's adorable. She's an otaku. She's very brilliant in like everything she does. She knows she's Dutch, but she's fluent in Japanese and English. Advanced English. By the way. She's not joking on the English. But she and when she speaks like she's kind of American, but you can tell there's like a slight accent. It's really cute. But she has fun. She's an otaku. She plays video games and stuff like that. And like seeing her play her see herself in the game where she's done like motion capture and like the voice acting and stuff like that for the game. She's like, it's really surreal, and it's really interesting how to see herself like that. And oh god, she's so adorable. I say that not trying to make it seem like, oh my god, I fuck her, she's sexy. Like, no, she is cute. She's really, really cute. Like, rope that in. This is awesome.
So getting to the
nitty gritty,
the ending English
now.
Final thoughts
for fans of Metal Gear. I will not spoil anything.
Yeah,
I will give you tidbits of stuff, but I won't spoil anything. I'm gonna leave it so vague that you won't know what I'm really talking about per se. But for the most part, when you get to that part, you'll understand.
Before you even say that, did you feel like it was a Kojima?
Yes.
Ending.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
It's a Kojima ending without all the exposition like the past games have had.
I got you.
Where it's like 3 billion hours of fucking of fucking.
The exposition has been the game.
Exposition, yeah. So there's very little exposition in the game. There's very little bit of story and stuff when it comes to like cutscenes and stuff in it. It's really focusing more on the gameplay aspect, which is going a little bit heavier in the opposite direction than it normally goes.
Yeah.
First, I want to start off with saying the ending, in my opinion, was really, really good.
Not like Dragon Age.
Not like Dragon Age. I've seen. Well, the thing for this is tying up the big boss Solid Snake
Saga.
Or the Sons. Basically, it's tying up the big boss Les Enfants Terribles story and the Nano Machines arc.
It's weird that it's tying it up, but it's in the past.
It's connected. It's connected. That's the thing about it. The biggest thing that I can say about the ending is they give you everything. They give you all of the answers in the trailers and in the ending of Ground Zeroes.
Okay.
And then they kind of sort of continue that with the beginning, all the stuff that happens in the beginning of Phantom Pain. They give you literally all the answers of the ending because stuff doesn't make sense and they don't connect properly. Throughout the entire game, things are like, okay, things make sense, but at the same time, they don't exactly connect properly. And even with the overlying story arc with Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 2, and so on.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, how could they make it like
it doesn't seem like it connects. And then when you get to the end, you're like, I'll explain it from my end. Start of the game, I was like, okay, this is a little weird. The beginning of the game is very Kojima-esque when it comes to like exposition.
Yeah.
A lot of like setting stuff up and like there's story, but not as much cutscenes as there have been in previous games. But it feels very like kind of dragged out.
Scripted.
And then they
exposition.
Then they drop not even scripted. Like you still get to like move and stuff like that. But then they drop you into the world and stuff like that. Then it's like.
Do what you want.
Well, yeah, do what you want for the most part. And when you do stories, it's still do what you want, and then they'll have like sprinkle in a little bit of like cutscene, and then you're on to the next
perfect,
one.
actually.
Yeah. They give you all the answers, and I sat there and I'm just when I was originally starting the game, I sat there and I'm watching everything, and I'm trying to pay I'm trying to pay attention more
because
you
played Metal Gear games.
Because I know they give you everything in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, I'm sitting there and I'm looking, I'm like, that doesn't make sense, that doesn't make sense, that doesn't make sense. But it's still like, there's still like a disconnect.
Yeah.
And when you really start thinking about it, they distract you. They distract you with something totally different, and then they distract you. They distract you also with like gameplay and stuff like that. So you're like, oh fuck, just all this stuff's going on. I gotta focus on this.
Flashy, smooth, yeah.
So when you get into the game, they distract you with all of that. So you kind of put it in the back of your mind. For me anyway, I put it in the back of my mind, and I just ignored it for the most part. Then I get through most of the game, and I get to the final level or the final mission for the storyline that is basically explaining what everything is. The final story mission deals more with the side up that goes into the quote unquote final mission is a quiet mission. But the one that ties up the stuff for Big Boss is a mission before that. It's the main mission that's before that. I get to the thing. I beat the. I was actually gonna say something that would really ruin it for that particular mission I'm talking about. But you play this entire mission. It's very familiar. You play this entire mission, and they basically tell you everything that you. For me, when I was playing it, I suspected. And because like certain little things didn't make sense. Yeah. Little things stood out as like odd, but then they distract you, like I said. Then they just show you everything, like literally, they show you everything, and they show you everything from a different perspective instead of being. The first mission they show you from this perspective of you. The last mission they show it kind of like as a outward, like you're still yourself and stuff that you play for the mission, but they show it from a slightly outward perspective, and then. You sit there and you look and you're just like, wait, what? Okay, let me catch back up.
I love that moment.
You have to like pay attention. You don't even have to pay attention that hard. You can get snippets of it, and then the main hook.
Yeah.
And you'll be like,
bravo. And
the thing is, how Kojima did it, he even retconned something for Metal Gear 1, not Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. He retconned something that made absolutely no sense for those two games. Absolutely no sense for those two games. He retconned it in this game here. It's like, wow. Like, and the way he's done it is like better than he's done. Better. Look, that's a.
Yeah, I got this 25-year plan for this game.
Yeah, I'll tell you like this. The way he did it in this game, he like I said, he removes a lot of the exposition. He removes a lot of the character for Big Boss out of it. But there's a reason why he does that.
Okay.
And when you get to the end, you understand the reason why. Big Boss is not like talkative or yada yada yada. You'll understand.
Big Boss, you realize from past games.
You'll understand what happens.
Yeah.
Previous Metal Gear games, they basically you play a little bits of game and then they speed food you the story essentially. This one, you get a shit ton of gameplay and they give you bits and pieces of story, but because every other, in my opinion, and somebody else might have a different opinion for it, but from the way I see it, because he's so heavily spoon-fed you with everything from the other stories and stuff like that, basically know everything of the overlying story. Yeah. When you get to the ending of this one, he doesn't have to spoon-feed it to you because you're kind of like, oh, and dude, he throws you off the trail like so many times. Like literally, like there's parts in the middle of the story where you'll be like, has to be this, and it makes sense to be this, and then they'll reveal like, nope, it's not this, and you're just like, how's that true? That doesn't make fucking sense. And then at the very end, they're just like, ta-da, and you're like, you got me. They will throw you off the trail so many times.
So rating as far as Metal Gear games go,
because
you can't rate this as a game itself,
as a Metal Gear game,
as a Metal Gear game,
because you get more gameplay, and you get the outside of the story's lacking, and for a Metal Gear game, you want story because the story is.
So if I am not a Metal Gear fan,
if you're not a Metal Gear fan,
and I jump into Metal Gear Phantom Pain,
you'll be fucking confused. You literally because they don't. Because
Thank you for being honest.
Yeah, because they don't give you
the context,
the context or the exposition or the story as they have in previous games.
Uh-huh.
You won't understand what's going on, especially if you do not play Ground Zeroes.
Okay.
You won't understand really what's going on. You won't know who these characters are and yada yada.
So it'd be better if you can't play every game. It'd be best for you to go on like a YouTube and look at a retrospective.
If you can play the game from Metal Gear Solid 1, the first game I played was Metal Gear Solid 1. I've played bits and pieces of Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2.
I have Metal Gear.
We have to play this. But the first game I started with Metal Gear Solid 1.
PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation. And for those who don't know, Metal Gear 1 was for NES, and the actual story was for MSX.
Yeah.
It was a Microsoft system.
Exactly.
That came out in the in the mid 80s.
Yeah, they tried.
And they did try. And then there were two versions of Metal Gear 2. There was the American version, which was called Metal Gear 2 Snake's Revenge, which isn't canon, of course, because they had to do it for
totally different. Yeah, exactly.
And the canon version, which is Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake.
We didn't get
Solid Snake.
Yeah.
The Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake was only for the MSX system. That what the original game was for. I played bits and pieces of both of those, but because there's a lot of places you can get information of the Metal Gear story, as well as they give you a ton of exposition in the other games. Excluding 5.
Would you say that if I'm not going back to PS3 and I'm not going back to Nintendo or PS1 through 1, if I do a retrospective and then play Ground Zeroes and then I play Phantom Pain, would I be okay?
Oh yeah. Oh god. If you did a retrospective altogether,
and
then
I played Ground Zeroes.
You did a proper retrospective, not just like a Panini retrospective. Like, this is Solid Snake, and you just go through that. Like, you have to get a very in-depth, because the story, it goes beyond just the main characters.
Exactly.
Because each of the main characters are okay. The first game, the Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, and the Metal Gear Solid series up for 1 and 2 are Solid Snake stories.
And
4.
You know how long it took me before I knew the difference between Solid Snake, Big Boss, and
I knew it from Metal Gear Solid 1 because of the way that they explained the story. Because when it came, and I played freaking Metal Gear Solid
many times.
Metal Gear Solid 2
speed runs. You can do it in like an hour if you really were good at it.
Yeah, if you skip all the cutscenes, it's literally like that.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 2, many times. Metal Gear Solid 3, many times. Metal Gear Solid 4.
This is where I was just like, by that time I was like, out of it.
I want, because the thing about Kojima stories, and what kind of
Sons of the Patriot I had to get caught up on because I didn't play it.
Well, the thing about Kojima stories is when he does a story, you can play it through at one time and you'll be like, oh, I get the thing.
Yeah.
But if you really want to have like a general like a better
see
understanding
what's
of
what's going on and everything,
you have to play it multiple times, because then you'll see little.
Ladies and gentlemen, he really wanted to do movies.
Oh yeah, God.
That's what he wanted to do.
It seems like he really did.
Yeah.
But Metal Gear Solid 5 kind of like it stands out a little bit differently because he doesn't go for that movie route. He goes for the gameplay route. In his heart, he's a game developer, period. And he kind of neglected the whole gameplay part. When it comes to a Metal Gear game, when it comes to like a review score or whatever like that, when it comes to a Metal Gear game, in my opinion, when it comes to gameplay, best of the best, 10 out of 10.
Nice.
When it comes to story, I have to give it an 8 out of 10, just for the fact that they lead you on a lot of different paths and stuff like that. But they don't give you a lot.
But are they the reason that they give you off the path is because of the history? Like, they think people that are playing this game have played all the other games. Is that the reason why?
Yes, and no. Yes, because they know that there are people who play the games, and if they give it to you outright and blatantly,
people that are fans would be like, "Oh, I got this."
It wouldn't make a good story, and it's truly not Kojima's style.
Mm-hmm.
For when it comes to story, I have to give it an 8.5. What?
I was gonna say, would you say that it's because this is a successful game? I mean, they've sold over 3 million copies already. I think it's less than a month. I think this is probably one of the most successful Metal Gears that's come out. Would you say that? What I was gonna say is, but this is really like a God of War Ascension in the fact that they've gone through the history of the game and then came back
Well, for God of War Ascension,
I mean, not related, but you know how games do that, and then they come back to the beginning.
Well, this one is
Gears of War Judgment.
Because you have this idea that Big Boss
is a certain kind of way.
Is this big bad guy?
Yeah.
And Metal Gear Solid 3, they give you the idea that he wasn't a bad guy.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't a bad guy. He had his ideas and he had certain things, the way he did it. Portable Ops did the same thing, and Peace Walker gave you an idea, or gave you an even more bigger picture of who Big Boss was. And in Metal Gear Solid 4, they give you who Big Boss is at the very end of his life. They literally show you that everything he did wasn't for himself. Yeah. It wasn't it wasn't even for the boss. It wasn't for anything like that. It was for the betterment of mankind in general. It goes beyond the hero trope of like, I want to be a hero to be a hero. It's like he was more than willing to sacrifice himself to be the hero. Now, Metal Gear Solid 5 is literally tying the bridge between Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, and the Metal Gear Solid from Metal Gear 1 and 2, Metal Gear Solid on.
Yeah.
On up to Metal Gear Solid 4.
It's a big scope.
Yeah, it's a huge scope. And all the stuff they give in the game is just still a fragment of the universe that they all have. Like, if you actually... I'm a story guy, so I fucking read all this shit. So, if you take the time to actually like go through all this, you will be there for hours.
Dude, if you ever get a chance to get in Dragon Age, I won't see you anymore.
Yeah, you won't see me. Dude, you see how I am with comics and anime and video games and stuff. You will lose me for a while. Anyways, when it comes to score for a story, I gotta give it an 8.5 because it still sticks to very Kojima style. It doesn't give you a lot. It basically depends on the fact that you know the story.
Like original Kojima style, to get you to the point where you were at the end of the game, he would have like stretched it out even more,
and literally it was spoon fed.
Yeah.
But because this is totally different. He doesn't give you anything because if he gave you the stuff, he would ruin the ending of his story. I felt like, it goes out of his like original. It seems like it goes out of his style, but it's totally his style in the way that he handles it. He just goes at it from a different angle. Instead of spoon feeding you everything, he goes with, you know the story, you're a fan, you understand what's going on in the story. I'll give you tidbits and little tiny pieces and stuff like that.
Let you play in this world.
And play in this world and everything.
See if you can get it.
When you get to the part that's gonna matter, this is the part where you should be paying attention, and then everything will connect. All the stuff connect, and you will be like, "Holy shit, this all makes sense!" Oh,
I love that moment.
So I'll give it 8.5 because it doesn't give you a lot of exposition. Altogether 9. Like for outside, if you're not a Metal Gear fan, I'll give it a 9 just for the fact that
you're pretty harsh on games, so 9 is really good.
I give it a 9 just for the fact that it's not a perfect game. It's a damn good game. And part of me wants to like niggle and give it like a 9.25 or whatever like that. But I give it a 9. It's not a perfect game. It is fucking amazing. But it falls short on a few points. And I still have yet for my personal opinion, I still have yet to find that like perfect 10.
Yeah.
A lot of people giving it perfect 10, and a lot of the reviewers that I've seen that have given it perfect 10 still like bash it on the story side.
Yeah.
They constantly bash it on the story side.
I think it's the from what I saw with the reviewers, the fact that it's so good, it's like a pretty girl. Yeah. Like you got to find something wrong with it.
Well, the thing is, I can find the thing wrong with it, and that's why I give it the score that I gave it. I give it a 9. Gameplay, amazing. Interactivity, amazing. You get buddies in the game. The buddies work together, amazing. Graphically,
dog.
There's only
Shadow. What's his name?
That part bothered me. D-Dog. That part bothered me because I couldn't figure out like why the fuck does he have an iPad? Yeah. Well, come to find, I was talking with Alan from Half-Ass Heroes. Shout out. And also Miko said the exact same thing. Apparently, when you get him as a puppy, you extract him. He was missing an eye in the first place. I didn't even notice that shit.
Which is why you took him in the first place.
Yeah, so I didn't notice that shit. So when I see him with the iPad, I'm like, what the fuck does he have an iPad? This doesn't fucking make sense. So that bothered me a little bit. But the buddies are awesome. Graphically, there's only one time in the game that I actually sat there and was like, ooh, that looks
kinda... The frame rate dropped a little
bit. No, nothing with frame rate, smooth. One of the cutscenes had one thing in it. It was I'll say it was a quiet cutscene, and I'm pretty good with like scoping stuff out. There's one thing in this particular quiet cutscene that really was like, ooh, that looks glaringly bad, and it wasn't anything on the people models. It was on an object model, and the way that they had the object in the frame for the set. It was obvious, and I was like, "Ooh, that looks kind of rough. That looks really rough. It looks good. Like the rest of the scene looked good, but that one part looked really, really rough." And I was like, "Ooh." And I saw it a second time, and I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of glaring for me, anyway." But graphically, it looks good. Like I said, gameplay is amazing. But when it goes to the story side, if you don't know Metal Gear, or if you don't do any I'm not talking about like, I read a little bit on, then I know this general synopsis of the story.
You need to
unless you really dig into the Metal Gear story, it's gonna be very confusing for some of the plot points for it.
You won't get as much out of it as you would get.
Oh no! You would not get as much out of it anyway. As if you were to know the story and stuff like that. But I give it a 9 just for that fact. That's
awesome, though.
It's not a perfect game. It's not a perfect game. It is pretty fucking close to what a Metal Gear game should be, but it is not quite there.
Yeah. All right. So. That's awesome. So that's finally I'm just happy you got through it, and you're not of old age right now. After spending 7 hours again, 2%.
It is. Well, the thing is, it's not. Probably because I just grinded my way through it. Literally, I'm just what time is it? 5 o'clock in the morning. I can play one more mission and literally it was like that sometimes. And I went on.
Feeling right now.
Yeah, I went on it's Wednesday now. I went on a trip this past weekend, and I got back in town, and it was only a couple of those redo missions essentially that were on a harder difficulty. I did one of those and unlocked the last mission for me, quote unquote. And there's still some some of those redo missions on the harder difficulties or whatever that I have to do. But I went straight to that one because I was just like, this is interesting. No, it wasn't that, because they don't give you that this is the ending. It was more like, here you go. And I was like, oh, well, I'll play this mission and I'll worry about the rest later. Yeah. And it was just like, the game's over. It's like, or not really the game's over, but
you've beat the story.
This part of the story, the main crux of the story is over. And then, like I said, you there's a side op that you do that gives you a little bit more. That's more like a quiet based story that really gives more of an ending to the quiet story.
Gotcha.
And that
she's new to Metal Gear universe.
That one was
tough.
Yeah. For all you people who have beaten Metal Gear Solid, there's a on Tumblr. I'm debating whether I should share it on our site. I might
probably on Facebook or something.
On Facebook, yeah. I'm debating. I'll probably share it on there, and I will do I'll try to make it spoilers. Don't fucking read this if you
yellow tape all over.
Yeah. There's an artist who on Tumblr, which I only do Tumblr for artists. I avoid it for everything else. There's there's an artist who did a ending, not really an alternate ending, but more like an extension
of the
actual ending for Metal Gear Solid 5 that allows you to understand what's going on, and he does a really good job of
depicting the scene.
Of depicting not a scene from the game,
but a scene that would a natural progression of what happens.
That would definitely, no question to ask, absolutely tie it between Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 5. Metal Gear Solid 5. So.
All right, last question. Excited about multiplayer?
We'll see. All right. I'm nervous about that.
Nope. All right, and the last story is the story you should have heard. Kind of a slow week. We didn't get any fighting news this week. I mean, Tokyo Game Show was last week, so we got a
couple. One
Karen.
Character.
We got Karen. We talked about Karen. Tony is not here. Actually, I want to wait till Tony gets here to talk about Karen, since he actually called it.
Yeah.
In the air, she's got her Rekkas, and she is her back, and she has
She looks
focus
a
dash, like a dash.
Yeah, it's like a cancel dash.
Cancel dash, yeah. So like a run cancel.
Yeah.
And she is thick.
I know. It looked more like an attack cancel. Like
it's part of a move, but then
yeah,
she canceled it and went to another
like,
move.
I'm going to hit you, cancel into a dash, cancel again, and then attack.
Yeah, like an MKX run cancel.
Yeah, it's a run cancel. Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I love run cancels. Yes. That's one of the reasons I'm so excited about Ken. But we're actually gonna talk about some Bungie news, which is some Destiny news. And we really don't talk about Destiny that much, but the Taken King is out. Is getting pretty good reviews, even from people who don't like it. They're getting used to like the whole light and dark system not being a thing anymore, but still being a thing. Mm-hmm. The level cap's been raised and everything, and we'll have Scandal on, and he'll talk about how great he loves it, and like bloodshot red eyes, like playing it all night and everything. Yep. But so they actually added a story. I mean, we all know that the big lawsuit went through, and they had a story, but then at the last minute they had to pull the story. And it's just worst case scenario all around. Like, Destiny was the game we thought it was. I just have
to say, for the new Destiny game, I'm gonna love it and play it, and it's gonna be amazing. I'm sorry,
POP,
Legacy.
John, hold it down.
I just had to do that.
POP. That night I was like,
it's gonna be the best game ever.
I remember. See, we're joking, but that's really how. If you go back to the
it literally.
You go back to the episode. We have audio proof that that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Need to pull that up.
So.
But Destiny was the game we thought it was going to be until they had to pull everything at the last minute and just put out a game that put out this demo, glorified demo at a $60 price tag on it. So Taken King's out, and I really actually want to get back into Destiny. And that's not no bullshit. I just want to play it. Not competitively or not even like to get really good at it. I just really want to play it. It was fun for what it was, and now we got story and context, and no more that what you call it came from the moon. That wizard came from the moon. None more of those things.
All right.
But there's a barrier to entry. It's $40 for the price of the Taken King. It's like another $80 altogether if you just buy the DLC by itself, because you already have Destiny. If you haven't bought any of the DLC, you have to buy all the DLC for the Taken King to work. Yep. Am I correct on this?
Yep.
So you think about, hey, I probably won't get the Taken King. I'll just play the Destiny that I already have. Go back in, play some of the PvP matches, the Crucible. What do you mean? Why is that not a thing I can do?
Yeah. See, what had happened was Destiny decided that since they wanted you to get the game that they kind of sort of should have just waited to release a year later. Instead of letting you guys play the game that they want you to play or whatnot, you have to have all of the DLC, including the Taken King, to continue and progress on the game. If you do not have that stuff, then you need to buy that stuff if you want to play the game, because functionality for a game is not.
So what you're saying is that I cannot play the game that I bought.
Yes.
Unless I buy the DLC, which is optional.
Yeah. No, not optional. That's the point.
To continue playing the game, I must have the DLC.
You have Destiny. And I'm going to break the price.
Can I play the original story?
No. Well, you can play the original story, but all the functionality of the game will be so gimped that it's not going to be fun to play the story. Okay, Destiny.
Yeah.
You have Destiny for, let's say, it's around, give or take, $30 by itself. The regular Destiny. Each of the DLC packs are $20 each, the first two. And then the Taken King is $40 itself.
So that's $4, $6, $8, $80.
So, and
plus 30, you know.
Yeah, so 30 and 40, that's 70. And then another 40 is 110.
Yeah, if you wanted to play the game right now.
If you want to play the game right now, you never played the game before, you don't have the game.
Yeah.
Or you can just buy the $60 expansion that's coming out, because it comes with Destiny 1. It comes with Destiny, it comes with the two things, the wolf one.
Yeah, House of Wolves
and the other one.
And the whatever.
Yeah, and then it comes with the Taken King, $60 right there. So you're getting everything.
So you're actually doing pretty well if you've never played Destiny before, and you're getting it. You're getting a lot of content. You're getting a game.
Now, if you're a guy like me,
who bought Destiny
day one.
I don't think it was day one. It was like month one.
I bought
two.
Yeah, I bought it day one.
Uh huh.
Destiny, $60 day one. You bought that, and you decided I'm gonna wait for DLC, or a DLC will come later, or whatnot, yada yada yada. And even then, they were still slowly kind of like cutting you off. They were cutting you off from the people who actually had the DLC. So if you had buddies that had the DLC, you couldn't really interact with them too much because all the stuff would be kind of separated. But it wasn't. You couldn't like not.
But you could still play with them, just not the new stuff.
Yeah. So they set all that up and everything. Now, because of the way that they have this all set up, you have to buy all the other stuff. So let's say you did have the game. You bought $60. Boom. You didn't buy all the other stuff. So then you have to pay $40, basically $40, $80. So you have
which is more than the game that I bought originally.
Yeah. So the 60, 80, 140 right there. Boom. Not including tax and yada yada yada. They do charge you tax for certain things. So usually DLC they don't charge you tax because it's straight to
what it is from the company. Yeah,
straight to the company. Now you have to buy that, or you could get rid of your Destiny. There's a certain retailer that was doing a deal where they would you would be able to take it there.
Because at this point, if you don't buy DLC, the disc is useless.
Yeah.
And we were talking about these games that are always online, these games that have all these DLC, not DLC dependent, but online dependent. Like with these games are no longer supported, the disc is going to be useless.
Yeah.
And even while the disc is still being supported, the disc is useless.
The thing is, the disc is not useless. You can still use the disc. You just have to have
coaster.
all the updates to make the disc function all the way.
That you have to pay for.
Yes, exactly. So you can, but there was a retailer that was running a deal where you can take your game and you can basically trade it for a certain amount that was a little bit more than its normal price.
Okay.
If you trade it towards the new game.
Yeah.
But still, you paid $60 for it, and you're getting that amount for it. And from that amount, you could you can put it towards, like I said, the Taken King Legendary version.
Think about kids that are getting this for Christmas. Their parents are going to give them a used Destiny game that they can't play.
Yeah, for the people who are getting those, unless they have those DLCs,
that's fucked
you might
up.
as well just go for Destiny. And literally, it's kind of bad. I work retail, like I said before, and when people come in to ask about the Destiny and stuff,
you're like,
I won't go or anything like that. I will literally be like, do you have Destiny? They'll go yes or no. Literally, you have Destiny? Yes. Do you have the DLC? No. Then trade in your Destiny.
Yeah.
And you can get you might as well go for the Taken King. You get a certain amount for Destiny plus the bump up that they're giving for the deal. And
Activision's so smart.
And you can get the Destiny
with
everything, so you can actually play.
Yeah.
And this is before I actually knew that they were making it where they were gonna cut most of the functionality for Destiny by itself.
Forcing you to buy the upgrade
exactly
if you want to keep playing.
Which in my opinion is really, really bad.
And the only thing you can do is vote with your dollars, which most people are not going to do.
Yeah, like for me,
most people are going to vote with their dollars, saying that they want this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, because for right now, it actually gives it a story. It actually gives it a bit of the stuff that was missing before.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to that because I paid, like I said, I paid $60.
It's a little too late, you know what I mean?
I paid $60, and then it wasn't nothing. Wow, language. It wasn't anything to play at that time, and I got rid of it because it was like, well, why do I need this game?
Yeah.
So as well as
I think I'm gonna trade mine in.
Yeah, so. It was I don't need this game, so whatever. I don't really feel like the first two DLCs were extremely lackluster and they weren't doing anything.
I'd rather pay $60 and 80.
Yeah.
If I'm going to play
it was very lackluster. So, boom, slide that to the side, whatever. Then they're like, Taken King's coming. I'm like, how much is this going to be for? Well, I don't really have a desire to go back, but they're going to release a disc version that has everything on it. So,
yeah.
For how much? 60. Like, oh, that's
a brand new fucking game.
So essentially, I'm paying another.
It better
60.
be a brand new. It better be Destiny 2.
So essentially, I'm paying because I traded mine in not that long after the thing. I would be paying all together for all of the Destiny franchise. I'd be paying $120, not including tax, because they'll charge you tax on it. So it's 60 blank dollars for and some change. I know the exact price, but I'm not gonna say what the exact price is because I know that'll kind of give away.
Yeah.
60 blank dollars and some change. For the first game, and then the exact same price, 60 blank and some change dollars for the exact
same games you turned in with 3 DLCs,
with the DLCs and stuff like that. So
and besides Taken King, besides the Taken King, the DLCs that were previously were not expansion packs. Should I say they were literally DLCs?
I'd be paying about almost $140 right there
for this game that. Oh God, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So, that really might be the only Destiny coverage we get. But John paid the money, right?
For
Taken King.
I think he did. I think he rebought it. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him. I haven't talked to him because Legacy has disappeared. Same thing with he's starting to do like
Tony,
his brother.
Yeah.
They're disappearing. It makes
we got to get hell of those guys. But yeah,
so we can smack him in the head and say, y'all need to be here.
Well, if you're thinking about getting back on the Destiny train like me, it's very important that you know this information, because you might do something like try to buy everything and then not know and accidentally spend money that you don't want to spend. And it's crazy because like even if you buy one of the DLCs and not the other DLC, you can't skip a DLC now. You must buy the 2 DLCs with the game.
It's annoying. It's really annoying, and it's kind of like, what the hell, Bungie? That's my big thing. What the hell, Bungie?
At least we get a new Halo next month.
That won't be Bungie. 343. God damn it, Microsoft.
All right, so we're in the shout out section of the show. Like I said, short show, but we just we finished beating some games and stuff, so we got some stuff going on. Quick house cleaning notes. Looks like we're gonna have a gaming tournament this week. We're gonna it's gonna be really short notice, so I don't know. That might not go out this week.
Yeah, it might. It might be better to
the
wait
second
till
week
the second week, just so we can get like a week to kind of.
Yeah. But what we will be doing is 2050, which will be at the October 31st or October 30th to 31st, the Halloween weekend. If you're going to come out to the convention, we'll be in the game room with Gamer Sanctuary. I'd like to thank them for having us out there. We'll have the game set up like we did last time.
Yep.
And it should be fun. It should be a good time. They're going to have the new Halo there. Speaking of Halo, we were just speaking of Halo off air.
Yep.
Halo will be out by that point. They're going to have a big Halo tournament. There's going to be some professional gamers there. Cortana's going to be there. Master Chief Voice is going to be there.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
We can ask them about the Actors Guild, like they're going on strike maybe. So maybe that could be something we can ask them. We'll see what Wollie Mopped can do. We get some interviews and everything. That'll be awesome. Oh my God, if we get some interviews with like Cortana and Master Chief, that'd be awesome. Anyway, so 2050.com, 2050 on Facebook. Check those guys out. If you can't get in contact with them, Gamer Sanctuary, gamersanctuary.com, the Gamer Sanctuary on Nova and Daytona Beach. Shout outs. My shout out is going to go out to the fall lineup of shows coming up. We're literally just weeks away from Flash, Arrow, all the whole WB lineup that's coming out. Even what's the Louis Anderson show that I love? Blackish is coming back out. I love that show.
Really?
Blackish is gonna be like, it was the number 1 hit show last season.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it's the new Cosby show. Hopefully he's not, whatever.
Interesting.
Anyways, in a good way. I meant that in a good way.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
Also shout out to lots of good games coming out right now. Well, I had a shout out in my head and I just forgot it that quickly. Apparently, things happened today where I was seeing double vision, so I might be a little tired. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
You're probably dying. That's okay. We're all dying.
Some quicker than others. I know, but shout out I want to give to Tomb Raider. I saw some new footage of Tomb Raider lately. The whole mission and the clues that you have to read and everything. And like you're going through this tomb, right? And there's spiders and shit everywhere and everything. And I mean, it's not as much shooting as they would have you to believe. I mean, it's a lot of shooting. It's very Lara Croft-ish, very Tomb Raider the movie-ish. And so people are looking. You're looking for this lost city, and this helicopter's chasing you into this lost city. You find the lost city, and you got to go through this like. You basically learn language. Laura learns. She could put 2 and 2 together and figure out what things say to learn actually like ancient languages.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
And it's a puzzle mechanic. And if you were looking for tombs to be back in Tomb Raider, it's there. So there's more better stuff for Tomb Raider coming out than what you saw at E3, which is basically just like a sizzle reel for the most part. If you want to get some extended gameplay, that's out there right now. You can check it out. Even for you PlayStation fans, you guys are gonna get the game a year later, but still you're gonna get the game. Probably gonna get the fucking year edition game, and it'll have all the DLC. It'll be like the Destiny that we're getting right now.
Yep.
So I know people are kind of pissed off that they got the year exclusivity on Xbox has it, but much like Street Fighter, if Xbox hand wasn't in the cookie jar, the game wouldn't be getting made.
Yeah,
so there you have it. So be happy you're getting the game, and be happy that's coming out. Because if you're a Street Fighter fan on Xbox, you're just not getting that shit. That's just not coming out. They did say today that there will not be any on this DLC for Street Fighter.
Yeah,
which doesn't really matter in the way that they're doing their DLC now anyway.
Yeah.
So
they're kind of like,
there's probably nothing on the disc anymore. It might be on hard drive DLC.
Yeah, probably.
You download it. But that's my shout out. I want to give a shout out to the fall lineup shows. Can't wait to see. Even though Constantine won't be back, but he will be in Arrow. So Arrow can't.
You know what? First of all, go fuck yourself, because I was gonna talk about my shows and shit.
I didn't talk about your show. I talked about
The Flash.
Arrow.
You talked about.
I didn't say the Flash.
You talked about
the Arrow.
That injunction is gonna go in the Flash. You know. You said the WB shows. But
I was gonna wait until.
No, Arrow is my show too. The Arrow is my show too. There's my show too.
Well, you know what? Fuck that. Shout out to Gotham. It's coming back.
Yeah, fuck the Gotham Joker. Too. That bitch ass show.
The Joker, the little kids in it.
Gotham is weird. Gotham is getting weird.
Weird
because they're trying to like. They're literally cramming retcon in there.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, it's a
first season was good.
Tiny hole, and you're trying
really
to like jam all of this.
First season
like,
was
stuff in
really good though.
Yeah,
even though
because they kind of went slow for the most part, but now it's like Joker. They're gonna have the Night of Owls in there. The Court of Owls, excuse me. They're going to have the Court of Owls in there, which Court of Owls just came out a couple years ago with the whole New 52 stuff. They're going to have the entire Court of Owls series that they're just going to jam in there. Apparently the villains are like taking over and yada yada. It's
villains are the main story in Gotham though. Bruce is there, but it's like
yeah. But how do you have a Batman story with villains without Batman?
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad's not there.
It's essentially it's a movie about villains.
No.
The person taking the Batman role is Commissioner Gordon.
Wrong. Suicide Squad.
I'm not saying
not a movie about villains. Sure as hell isn't a movie about heroes. It's a movie about anti-heroes. All those guys are anti-heroes or villains that are kind of having to take an anti-hero role. You have to root for them. Gotham is going to be about. They've even said it's going to be about villains. It's about them like basically building up and taking over. But how do you have I guess Commissioner Gordon, no matter how fucking cool he can be in like the year one friggin' anime movie, he was fucking beating the shit out of.
Yeah, straight out the army.
Yeah. He's not
straight out of Baghdad. Crazy motherfucking name, Gordon.
No gosh.
Name Jim.
He's just a cop.
Yeah.
And he's just a cop in this. He's not like some super badass that can actually handle this shit. He's literally having to use diplomacy and so on and so forth to kind of sort of manage his way through
the thing I loved about
the Joker shit. That shit pisses me off still.
No, I liked it. The guy that got the plan was believable.
No, he shouldn't.
But they never said that it was the Joker.
Well, they've said this.
But they never said his name, because he doesn't have a name.
The Joker doesn't have a name, number one. Number two, the entire thing with the Joker, before he became the Joker, he was, for the most part, he was kind of a normal guy.
Yeah.
He was, of course, in crime and stuff like that. But he was a normal guy for the most part. He wasn't like, and like laughing like constantly or being like insane and crazy. at that point, it's just like you're literally making the Joker not a person who was like messed up by chemicals and it made him insane. He's just insane off the bat.
Well, even in the anime, I'll say from the anime.
Which anime?
Even, the
Arkham Knight ones.
Not the Arkham Knight. The older ones with the WB animation.
Oh, the animations.
Before he was a Joker and he was a mobster, he was a little off.
No, he was off.
But he wasn't like,
and he wasn't like laughing and cackling. He was just like, he was very direct to the point. He was brutal.
He was scary.
He was brutal. That was the thing. The thing is, he was relentless and brutal. He was, and it wasn't like relentless and brutal. Like, I'm beating this guy to death. Ha ha ha. It was more like he got the job done.
He was a fucking hitman,
and that
gangster.
was from that.
Yeah.
And the other stuff, he was more like just a.
But did you see that?
Criminal.
Did you see the episode that he was in? Actually, did you see that episode when his mom is like the circus whore or whatever and everything? I like the episode. What I do like Falcone. I love Falcone.
I still gotta really really sit down and watch it. I've seen
like Falcone because Falcone is like the guy all the way up until like he dies or gets kicked out.
I want to watch it.
No, I mean like in the Batman lore of like the movies. Until Batman becomes Batman, he leaves and comes back to the city. Falcone is like the crime boss.
Yeah, Falcone is the guy who's running like the level, the
he's
the
higher
for the most part.
Yeah,
and then when Batman comes in, kind of like fucks all that shit up.
Yeah,
kind of like fragments everything.
And Falcone is already on the way out. On top of that,
You have him fragment everything. You have him fragment that.
Yeah.
You have him fragment into like the Joker side, Penguin
but
side. When it comes to just like crime boss stuff, you have Black Mask and so on and so forth.
But this is the time when Falcone is like God.
Okay.
So Falcone runs the city, runs the cops, runs the judicial system. He runs everything. Falcone runs everything. They're getting into Arkham. They're like not Arkham. Arkham was like this. They're building Arkham back up or whatever the case is like that. But Falcone has his hand in everything. He's Falcone. Man. So he's the mobster. He's the good. I love Falcone.
When it comes to TV, because I guess they feel like Batman, Superman, and certain heroes are just too big to do like live action like shows with. They have to do like side stories, or they have to like make them where they're
unless
in
you're
the
Supergirl.
story. But Supergirl still, she's never been like a big like she's
True.
not. Nobody's afraid to do a Supergirl stuff.
Yeah.
And the Supergirl stuff, they already, from what I've seen, they're already gonna fuck that, and it makes me so mad because I love Supergirl.
But you know what though? As much as we're kind of like down in the show because we saw the preview, this is only from the preview that we saw, and even me, who usually go against the grain, what you say was like, oh fuck, like this show is gonna be so fucking successful. It's gonna be so fucking successful. Not with fans of Supergirl, but like fans that are not fans of Supergirl, not active fans.
That's where
they're going for.
That's
anyway.
Where the focus is anyway for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah,
because they it's like. And it hurts me to say this. Even with the Flash and Arrow, it's the heroes are there, but they add all of the extra like drama stuff to kind of like draw other people in. They're doing it with the Avengers movies. They're doing it with the sideshows and stuff like that. But then I'm like looking like I'm okay with that too because they
since when is Hulk fucking?
No, I'm okay with some of the stuff because in cartoons they will do that as well. But the cartoons will still have like the fact that they're fucking heroes and all this other stuff, and then they'll add like the little bit of story and stuff in there, and it's like this is cool on top.
And where's
the
Dean? Subtext the hell out that shit.
Yeah, like fucking. I gotta finish up Supernatural. Yeah. Too. So that
last
I guess,
episode still gotta do it.
Yeah,
that's my shout out every week until fucking.
I still gotta watch the episode.
I'm gonna do it tonight.
I still have to watch the Charlie episode.
Oh God.
I have to watch the Charlie episode, so I gotta watch.
P.O.P. Hold it down.
I have to watch the Charlie episode, and I think there's only 2 after that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll
be where I'm at.
Yeah. So, after that, I'm all caught up and stuff like that. So I guess that's partially my shout out. Give a shout out to the Half-Ass Heroes. Check them out. Alan, Chris, Derek, and Miko, and I think Tanner's joined them as well.
Nice.
Those guys, give them love. Listen to the show. They got some good topics. Their format's different than ours, of course.
Quite different.
But give them some love. Show them heart.
But we got some. We'll be on SoundCloud pretty soon.
Yeah.
More actively, should I say?
Yeah, there you go. watch anime, read comics, and watch comic stuff.
I really we gotta
love.
Okay, yeah,
love.
Shout out to the DJs mixing the anime songs with the popular songs.
Yeah. I post. I don't think I posted it on our. I'm gonna post it on
definitely
gotta
post it on Facebook
and have people listening to.
Hey, you know what?
Super Mashup.
Thank everybody that was at UmiCon last week that subscribed to the page and is listening down there. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, you guys.
We jumped up like 20 different subscribers and everything since then. So
we love your faces.
Yeah,
I love your faces. I definitely love your faces.
Thanks for liking and subscribing to the content. And we're gonna have our first. We're probably not gonna have it next week because I have a. This week it seems like it's already Wednesday, and we're getting the word out late, so we probably won't have a video game tournament this week. Next week I have a wedding. The week after that seems like we're probably gonna have our first game tournament for the month. But then we also have to get ready for 2050. So stay tuned to the page, and we will be updating you guys extremely quickly.
Yeah, definitely come out and join us and everything like that. Because we, like I said, I love your face. I love your face. I mean, not in a sexual way unless you want it in a sexual way. Then it can be in a sexual way. Yeah. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Leave it on the table. Unless you're a dude, then it'd be kind of weird. But
well, don't leave it on the table.
Anyways, it's like.
That's gonna do it for me, Red K.
Lone Wolf.
This is Wollie Mopped Gaming, episode number 52.
I think I'm gonna change that to the Loneliest Wolf. It just sounds, it rolls off the tongue a little bit, like delicious. I don't know.
I want to sing the loneliest number. Is when you say loneliest wolf. So.
There you go. One is the loneliest wolf that you ever seen.
All right, Red. Wollie Mopped Gaming. We out. Play video games. They're fun.